Hey guys, what is up? I'm not British. Today begins what I'm going for to be a 3 or 4 installment minimalist room haul over. Like, not a I just bought a bunch of stuff and I'm doing a haul, like a haul over. I'm looking through all my stuff and trying to decide what to get rid of. Yesterday I made a pretty big dent in it. I went through my clothes and I went through stuff that I have just in drawers. And I went over internally, like, why I was keeping it, etc. And a lot of the time, the answer was because my mom won't let me throw it away. I do live with my mom. Her word kind of goes, unless I want to get kicked out, which I really don't, because I don't have a job. I'm gonna start with things that have been on my shelves, in my bedside table, and on my bedside table, and on hooks. This video doesn't include clothing. The next video includes clothing, and I might actually film that one today, so if I'm wearing the same shirt in the next video, that's why. So let's get started. So first we're going to start with instruments, and here is my Epiphone guitar, acoustic. It's a Dove. And this is the pick that I use usually from when I went to the Wonder Years concert and it hit me right in the face. And then I have my capo, which I use for my guitar, obviously. This is my ukulele, which I actually got on a trip to Hawaii in 6th grade. And this is a chord chart that they gave me upon purchase. And the place that I got it from is called Strings and Things. And I thought it was a really individual and kind of fun store because it sold ukuleles and yarn. Next we have my bass, which I don't have a case for. It's an Ibanez, and here is the amp that I use for it, which is a Peavey. And it's really small. I don't like play shows with it or anything, so that's why I just have a small amp. I don't really need anything more. And my bass is kind of like this cherry color shoulder strap that I have with it. Kind of looks like the GameCube logo, which is why I bought it. This is my skateboard, which I don't really use anymore, so if anyone wants to buy it from me, I just got it from Target. I think it was like 40 bucks. It's in pretty good condition. I haven't used it in a really long time. I would say that if anyone wants to buy this from me, just let me know, and I would love to price it. Next up we have my record player, and this is a Crosley record player that I'm actually trying to sell because I know that someone could totally get more use out of this. Crosley, black and red, really good condition. I haven't used it in such a long time, and I think I barely used it to begin with. And these are my records. I kind of gave up on manual music because it's... I use Spotify too often to use anything else. And I also have these 2 giant stacks of CDs, which I'm not going to go through, but if anyone wants to buy these or the records, you are most certainly welcome to. Like, I don't use them at all. Please take these off my hands because they're just collecting dust. Between those two, I have these vanilla pear scented drawer liners. You can see those at work in here. Don't look at that. That's from a long time ago. But they really do smell nice. And I like having them in there because it's not just like a basic wooden drawer. It just makes it look pretty. And then I have my laptop, which, oh my god, I use it way too often. It's a MacBook Air 11-inch, I think. It's my lifeline. Then I have these 3 bags. This is my gym bag. This I use for like day trips and stuff. And this is a purse that I bought from TJ Maxx. And it's vegan leather. Urban Expressions makes it. Nice and vegan. Good stuff. Usually you just put that tag on the inside, but I figured it'd be useful for this video because it looks really realistic like leather. Then I have these 3 notebooks. This is the one that I'm currently using, and I kind of started to bullet journal in it, which I totally enjoy, actually. I like having something to fill out every day, because that's just the kind of person that I am. If anyone wants me to go through this, that'd be totally cool. and I will definitely make a video about it. Just let me know in the comments. I have this moleskin notebook, which I honestly I haven't used it barely at all. I'm gonna use it once I finish this notebook. I only have room in this notebook for the rest of September, and then I'm gonna move on to this one in October, and it'll probably last me for a good few months because there's barely anything in it. And lastly, this one is completely empty. There were pages in it before that I tore out because they were kind of personal and I really didn't want them in there. Totally empty. I'm definitely going to use that one after I use this one. They'll last me through like a few months each, and then I'm probably going to either throw them away or keep them somewhere where they won't really take up much space, just for the sake of having like mental health records, etc. I also have this pillow and this pillow pet. This pillow pet I use on plane rides, and it's so good and so helpful because plane chairs, am I right? They're so uncomfortable. This pillow I'm considering getting rid of because it goes on that chair over there, which is covered in my bed pillows because I needed more space to put stuff. But I'm also considering getting rid of that chair in the first place because I really don't do anything with it except for put like laundry on it, which is really inefficient. These are the vessels that I'm using to water my plants. This is a texturizing spray that I've basically just repurposed and filled with water so that I can spray my cactus. The 500 milliliter ball jar, which was given to me as a gift. This is the one that I use to water my avocado. I water my avocado twice a week, and I spray my cactus once a week. These are just some jars that I use. I use this one to keep change in because I really think that it's important not to waste change, because it can certainly go a long way if it adds up, and that's what I have right now. But at its fullest, this jar has held like $20 worth of coins. But then I just have this jar full of like pens and highlighters and stuff, and I do use these for schoolwork. Sharpies I use practically every day. Expo marker I use to write on like the cover of my binder. Yeah, but this pen is the pen that I usually use to write in my bullet journal. This, I mean, I just got it at Target. It's nothing special, really. Other pens, I have made sure that they all work, and so I'm not, like, keeping any dried out anything. This is that I'm just like, oh, I can still get use out of these. And then I have these two jars that I use to drink and eat out of. Like, I make oats and such, and I make smoothies and such, and I put those in this jar, and this jar, which actually has a juice in it right now, which doesn't look appetizing at all. So you know, if you ever want to make a juice that has like an appetizing color combination, don't use green and orange. It has carrots and spinach in it and other things. Anyways, the point of it was to show that this is a jar that I use, and I also use that jar. A lot of the time I'll like make oats to eat the next morning, and then I'll just end up using this jar throughout the day for like water. On this jar I have this top that I bought at SOA Open Market, south of Washington, SOA Open Market in Boston. And I think it's super cute, and it came with this little rubber stopper so that you can put a straw through it. And I think that's really nice, and I know for a fact that I could have made it myself. But lastly, for items on my bed, I have my alarm clock, which I'm considering either giving away or selling. If anyone wants to buy it, I would love to sell it to you. I'm giving it away because my doctor told me that having this blue light, like, can't really see it, but having this blue light on me while I sleep is not helping me because I wake up like frequently during the night, and so that's bad. It's set a half hour ahead just because that's the way that I do things. So moving on to other things, I have this lamp that I got at IKEA, which I use when it's dark in my room at night. I'm considering just moving it to my desk because I don't really need it on my bedside table, and if I can manage to sell my record player and my records, I will have pretty much no use for a bedside table. That is a lip balm that I'm using, and I pretty much apply it before I go to bed because I always wake up with not dry mouth, but dry lips. This is some incense, which I'm slowly working my way through. Gum. I don't chew gum usually unless I'm like on a plane and my ears can't pop. But I think it's like really courteous to carry gum and give it to other people if they ask for it. Good way to make friends. These 2 pairs of sunglasses. This one I'm considering getting rid of because they're kind of garbage. I got them at Warped Tour. They were literally $2. They really don't have any sort of quality whatsoever. Like, I can feel my finger popping this back and forth. These are really quality. I got them from an antique store for like $7. Not an antique store, but a thrift store in South Carolina. And I really love them, and I wear them quite often. I have my headphones, which are skull candy, even though they look like Beats. Good way to fool your friends. I have Rennie's gift card and a PayPal gift card. I can't redeem the PayPal gift card yet, but the Rennie's, I mean, it's a main adventure. Who could ask for anything more? Some tokens and some tickets from the arcade in the mall, which is honestly kind of a waste of money, but my friend really likes to go there, so I do stuff. And she actually paid for these, so that's why I kept them, and I figured that I can use them for the next time that we go there. And tickets, you can always redeem tickets and you can get something more, I guess. Lastly, on my bedside table, I have this extension cord, which has my phone charger and my computer charger. And that's all that's on here, really. It's just a jumble of wires. So, moving on to my desk, I have these string lights, which are attached to an extension cord, which goes to the plug under my desk. My chair, obviously, which I really use. This is all stuff from, like, my tech drawer, and I'm gonna get there after. This is kind of like a jug thing that I use to empty up Bart's tank, because he has a 10-gallon tank, and I cannot carry that to the bathroom to empty on my own. So I have that, so I can kind of, like, empty it out a little bit, and then make it more manageable to carry. And I have this little Zen garden, and these are my cacti, which my friend Taylor gave me for my birthday. I think you saw her in the birthday vlog. Super cute. Some sand and such, and haha, yay. My wallet, my keys. I totally don't need all of this, but I really like it, and I mean, if I were to get rid of anything, I would probably get rid of this. But it's from the Hard Rock Cafe in Maui, so I think that's really cool and I really appreciate it. I have my backpack, which has a bunch of ironic pins on it because you know me, hipster. This is the trash bag of stuff that I have gone through and am going to throw away. First drawer. So we have some, not incense, but like aromatherapy things. I have lavender, eucalyptus, and peppermint, I think. These are some more pins that I haven't used yet, but I plan on giving as either gifts or other things. This is a measuring tape, which I really don't need, but my mom keeps it for sewing purposes, and I guess I'm just the designated holder. These are all things for Bart. Fish food, pH tester, net to fish him out of the tank, ick guard, which I learned the importance of recently, slime guard, fish are gross, ammonia test kit, and these are rocks that go in the tank, but they're very small, and I already have rocks in the tank, so I really didn't need them. I honestly can't figure out what to do with them. And then I have scissors, and I have this, which is actually a coin bank that's a banana, but I don't use it as that. There's one coin in it, I think, because I was doing a demonstration to my family. It's really heavy because it's like, I don't know, it feels like cast iron or something. But what I use it for, like I hear a noise or something and I get scared when I'm home alone, I use it as like my burglar hitting tool. Because I figure worst case scenario, I'm not just going into a room half dressed expecting to find someone like every horror movie scenario. Next up I have this drawer, which is more of like a utilities drawer. I have this postcard, which I actually have to mail to a friend. This is my binder for speech. This is just a bunch of blank paper that I use for drawing. This is my coconut oil. I started oil pulling recently, so I've been using this. I know it's Crisco brand, but it is organic. I have 2 sets of sticky notes, and I do use those. It's tape. These little cactus erasers that Taylor also got me. Won't focus. There we go. Yay! I have 2 thank you notes from a set. These 2 thank you notes are blank, so that's the reason for that. I have this deck of cards because I find it useful to bring on trips, and also I really like to play solitaire if nothing else. I have these stickers, which I usually add to cards to embellish them. More envelopes than cards, but you know, that. This is a bag of international change because my grandparents like to go to foreign countries and bring me back change. But I did realize recently that this is actual money, and like if I go through it and like actually go to some of these countries, I wouldn't go to all of them. I can really use this. Onto my tech drawer, which I kind of like just spread all this out because in the drawer it looked kind of disorganized. Even though there's not much in it, but things were like on top of things, etc. So these are my headphones for my keyboard, which as you can see I have my fan and some school uniforms sitting on right now. I have the instruction manual for my juicer, which is in the kitchen, but know that I have a juicer. And I used it for that fabulous looking orange drink over there. Here I have cell phones past, because my mom told me that if I break this phone, I'm not getting a new one. Keep these and just... And this is a phone that I currently have, which I'm filming this on. I really don't think it's necessary to have like a fancy camera. Like, iPhone cameras are really good. These are filters for Bart's tank. These are screen cleaners. Next up, I have my Polaroid and the accessories that go with it. I have these 2 sets of, these are actual film that's in them, like the cartridges. And then these things are all photographs that I've taken. This is an eyeglass case, which I have repurposed. Ta-da! And this is my Polaroid. It's the modern Polaroid, which still is instant, and I really like it. I use it a lot when I'm with friends, and I actually usually put it in my purse for the sake of like having everything out. I just wanted to take it out and show you guys. This is a battery, and I really honestly have no idea what it goes to. Kind of reluctant to throw it away, but maybe I'll just like throw it in with my mom's batteries because she often knows how to use things. This is a converter because my computer doesn't have an SD port, and so I can just plug in this USB cord and then attach a an SD into it. These are all of my chargers, not this, and not this. It's kind of shameful how many like ports that I have that I don't really use, but my mom yells at me if I get rid of them. This one has a cord. These don't have cords. This is a plug converter actually. Ta-da! For going on various trips, which I've been doing a lot recently. This is my video camera case. My mom has the video camera right now. This is surge protector. This is a speaker that was a free gift from the bank, and shame on me for taking it. But it has a suction cup, and I use it in the shower sometimes. So, good stuff. And other things that I have, obviously Bart isn't a thing. He's a fish. There he is. Hello! Obviously, Bart isn't a thing, but he is a fish, and this is a tank that he stays in. He just has, like, plants and a little castle and such. My hamper, my trash can. I have this shelf that has, you know, like a... I have this shelf that has, like, a family picture on it. It has me in some godforsaken year. This glass thing that my mom brought me back from Ireland, which is a Volkswagen bus, because I really like Volkswagen buses. A picture of my dog. A harmonica, which was my dad's that my mom won't let me get rid of. This is the aforementioned avocado plant. I grew it from a very seedling, and I'm very proud of its progress. His name is Arthur. Also, my windowsills are covered in, like, crystals, because I really love crystals and I think they're very calming. And so that is all of my stuff. Next video, I plan to do all of my clothes, and the video after, I plan to do my bathroom stuff, soaps and stuff that I use, and I might do a 4th video on digital minimalism, meaning like cleaning out your phone, because I did that yesterday and it just felt so cathartic. And that is all. So I will see you guys in the next video. Expect me to probably be wearing the same outfit.